What's good, family? What's good? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. My bad, I've just been very busy lately. I want to holler at y'all about these comments from Deshaun Jackson. I feel like I gotta address it because as much as it annoys me, I have to address it. If I'm gonna address one side, I gotta address the other side. But what annoys me, what I think when I hear these comments, it makes me think of LeBron James. Let me tell you why. This is the time, ladies and gentlemen, where you gotta salute LeBron James. Why? Because not every, I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it, not every professional athlete is meant to take up that mantle and be out there front and center when it comes to social issues and leadership matters in our community. It's just that simple. Not every athlete is built for that. Why? Because you take an athlete like Deshaun Jackson, who many people like. I do too. Broke my heart in the Meadowlands. Y'all know what game we talking about. We don't need to get into that. But many people like him. Many people respect him. And he's not like a young idiot, like he just got in the league. He's been in the league like 10 years, I believe. Or at least close to it. And yeah, it's been more than 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. Off the top of my head. But he's not some young dummy who hasn't been taught to don't press send, as Coach Herm Edwards always says. So he's not that kid. He's a grown man. And he still did something this stupid. And this is why I told y'all a couple of weeks ago in the lives I did and on here on YouTube, the pushback is coming. And one of the reasons, because there's too many people out there front center who are putting the right energy into the movement, but they aren't people who are equipped to lead said movement. And because there aren't people equipped to lead said movement, you're going to have fuck-ups like this. I mean, people, you got to think about it. Think about it in previous generations. The great Malcolm X, who I share a birthday with. He had a big, if you know the history, he even had a big fuck up when he spoke out the way he did about JFK after the assassination. So much so that the nation silenced him. And we all know subsequently what happened. So if a great man like that, who was built to lead, can have said fuck up, what makes you think a professional athlete without half that education is not going to have one? I mean, let's think about that. Think about that. Just put that in perspective. So with that being said, that's what makes me think of LeBron James, because he's been very, very calculated. He's the most calculating athlete in the world to me on many levels. And this is where him being so calculating is a benefit. He knows what to say, particularly when to say it. And that's what makes him someone who is fit to lead, fit to influence. You hear this talk all the time. I have this platform. I'm an influencer. What are you influencing? What are you influencing? What is your goal? Because if you're influencing the people to fuckery, you're not helping us. That's not helping. It's not helping at all. And the things that are happening now are as a detriment to the movement, the positive energy that has been established with said movement. And it's hurting it. It's having a negative effect. And we can't afford that. And the fact that a brother that I respect, Stephen Jackson, doubled down on it. He has since apologized and taken some of that back. Basically, he was in support of a conversation that they had, not the post. But that's my point. You two know about the conversation. The world don't know about the conversation. The world knows the dumb shit he posted. When I watched Undisputed and I heard Shannon explain what he meant by it, I was just as puzzled as Shannon. Like, how did you post this but mean that? How? How does that work? How does that work? This is why I've never really completely faulted Colin Kaepernick for not being a vocal leader in this movement. Throughout the whole taking a knee process and everything that's happened since, because hey, if you're not someone that is built to articulate himself properly and lead the people, by all means don't. Don't. I am a humble enough man to say, I don't know. And people have to become more comfortable in saying, I don't know. You don't have to answer every question. You don't. You don't have to answer every question. You don't have to speak on every single solitary topic. You don't. You don't. Once people see what your track record is on, it's like some things that goes without saying. You don't need to comment on every single thing. You don't. I do that. For those who follow me, y'all know my track record. Y'all know how I give it up. I don't need to comment on every single thing. Because if you follow me and you know me, y'all know how I'm giving it up on certain shit. There's nothing to talk about. And this is the kind of dumb shit that the movement doesn't need. The movement doesn't need dumb shit like this to take attention off of the core of what we're trying to get done. And that's to get some real equality now. Dumb shit like that sets it back. And I know there are people out there, well, this is just a small thing. And listen, when you are 13% of a population and you are going against 60+% of a population, and you're trying to get equality, you can't afford any missteps. I'm going to say that again. You can't afford any missteps, because any misstep can be fatal to your cause. And dumb shit like this, bless his heart. I hope it's not to the detriment of the people. That's my take. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.